I bet with internet only. They're a fantastic site. I've never had any issues with them. They are very professional. There's never a problem. You deposit money, 2 seconds later it's in your account. You withdraw, which I do very occasionally, and I believe it's also 2 seconds it's in your account.
Race 7, the Hollywood Foundation Pinnacle Stakes over 1,200 metres goes at 5-4. Without question, you don't need to be a rocket scientist to work out that this is very much the best race on the day, but that doesn't make it any easier. It is a complex race with chances to most of the field. It's a difficult race for all the right reasons. We're going to catch a rerun of number 5, Pearl of Asia, when finishing 5th at Hollywood Bets Gravel on the 31st of October. And then an interview package with Sean Veal, Shane Humby, Tony Riverland, Duncan Howells, and Stuart Ferry.
If he wins from there, it'll be phenomenal. Coming to the 300 traces as per usual. Drifts to the inside. Filippo, Buona, Chantyman looms large. Tempting Fate and Ultra Magnus becomes a big runner on the inside. Chantyman the outside. Spider's Corner, Cartel Captain, Ultra Magnus. Chantyman victory number 10. Spider's Corner, Cartel Captain, Ultra Magnus. Absolutely amazing, out of the top draw.
Yes, you know, obviously he's got 1 or 2 issues which we seems to be on top of, and I think the blinkers on Sunday, I think you'll see a different horse. If he bounces back to his best, he'll make this field run.
Doing very well, very happy with him. Gelded him rather late, but I just feel now that he's just now starting to come to himself. Well muscled, in good shape, demeanour great. I think he'll run a good race.
Yeah, I mean, look, obviously if one just looks at the merit rating and the conditions of Pinnacle Plate, he's under sufferance to a number of those good older horses. But he's a very progressive horse. He's got a light weight. It's not always easy to find the right races. He should have run last week in that 3-year-old conditions plate over 1,400. But there was 1 or 2 little snags that we had to deal with, just missing the work that I wanted him to do. So I decided just to wait for this Pinnacle Plate. He's drawn a little wide, but he's got plenty gate speed. And look, I mean, I'm hoping he's going to be a horse that can compete in the features. So throw him in the deep end now. Let's see if he's good enough. My gut feeling is he is, but you know, until you go there and meet those older hard knockers, you can never be completely sure. But he is well, he's working well, and he's looking a picture of health, I must say.
Mount Pleasant, he's racing pretty consistently over the sprinting distances. A little bit stuck for races for him. He hasn't got a good draw, but he does like to run from off the gallop. He's also tons of ability. If things go for him on Sunday, I think he'll give a very good account of himself.
Yeah, price is obviously a bit sharp for him, but he's not drawn well, but that's fine. My goods will just slot him in, and hopefully if he'll be running on at the end, if he's back into quartets, we'll be very happy.
This is such an interesting race. What a good race. Rahil, when you think about a Tempting Fate, Blinker's first time drawn one, he's a Grade 1 winner. Pearl of Asia, I know we showed the race in October when he was finishing on strongly, but in the season last year, he won the Grade 1 Mercury Sprint over this track and trip, so he's a Grade 1 winner. Mount Pleasant, as a 2-year-old, showed any amount of ability. He's a nursery winner. For the balance of the field, as their form indicates, they're hard-knocking sort. Socrates in the form of his life. Love Bomb, his feature performed. Bull Ransom comes into town. Adaltissima, I thought was a polytrack horse, but he has now won on the turf, so you can't ignore him. You heard from Tony Riverland, Coin Spinner thrown in the deep end, a young 3-year-old, well, not so young anymore, but he's up against some hard knockers here, but only 52 on his back. And the list goes on and on and on. As I said, it's a competitive race for all the right reasons, because it's a high-quality field. And to be frank with you, they're betting 5-1 the field. That kind of sums it up. I'm not sure which way to go. I'm going to put them all in.
I think in terms of the pick 6 and jackpot gram, I think you've got to load up and go with the field. But in terms of the PA, the place accumulator, I've gone with horse number 5, Pearl of Asia, as a suggested PA banker. I think there's going to be lots of pace in the race, which is going to play into his hands. He's a horse that can quicken up extremely well, as we saw in that replay. Anton Marcus gets on well with him. He does run well over the course and distance. I always thought that maybe at Scottsville he was a lot better, but he's proved me wrong, and he has done well at Gravel around the turn over 1,200. So I'm going to go with horse number 5, Pearl of Asia, but the race doesn't stop there. We heard from the interviews, there's plenty upbeat comments about many runners in this lineup, and I'm sure if we had to interview Paul Peter, he'd give an upbeat comment about Bull Ransom. So it's a race where you can just sit back and look forward to watching.
And if you spoke to Frank Robinson, he'll tell you that Love Bomb would win. Pearl of Asia would have been my automatic first choice because this is a great course and distance for him. And I know that he ran over 1,500 metres last time at Hollywood Bet Scottsville, but he's gone that kind of trip before. And I was expecting a lot better from him. It is a bit of a worry that he seemed to pull up short. He never really got into the race. This race comes 3 weeks after that, so obviously he could have come on from that run. But I'm a little concerned about his performance last time out, but there's no doubting he can bounce back. So there we go, race 7. The Hollywood Foundation Pinnacle Stakes over 1,200 metres. What a race. I can't wait for 5 to 4. It's going to be oh so competitive, luck in running, the draw, all of those factors are going to play a role. I'm expecting an absolute blanket finish, but it's not easy to pinpoint the winner.
My name's Danny Diliberto, founder of Ladles of Love. It was founded back in 2014. Communities we work with are all over the peninsula, and we're working with 138 beneficiaries now. We've grown exponentially. We've been able to do that because of all the kindness that we have experienced from individuals and corporates such as Interbet, who just want to be part of the change.